So hello everyone, we are continuing with the brainstem. So this is the last part of brainstem that we are going to discuss today, that is midbrain. So midbrain, it is the cranial end of the brainstem where the pons continues above as the midbrain. The only part of the midbrain which is seen on the ventral aspect of the brain is crus cerebri. So you can see right and left crus cerebri, singularly called as crura cerebri. So the features on the ventral side of the midbrain, we can see the crus cerebri here. And apart from that, the crus cerebri is crossed by the optic nerve. We can see the optic nerve. So it is crossed by the optic nerve. And we know already that pons, that is the basilar groove over the pons, lodges the basilar artery. So basilar artery, when it reaches near the upper border of the pons, it gives off branches which lies over the crus cerebri, called as superior cerebellar artery. Further, basilar artery terminates to form posterior cerebral artery. So the crus cerebri is crossed by the superior cerebellar artery and posterior cerebral artery. And in this image, we can see the oculomotor nerve. We can see the oculomotor nerve emerging from the medial side of the crus cerebri. So this is the crus cerebri. Here is the third cranial nerve, oculomotor nerve, emerging from the medial side of the crus cerebri. From the lateral aspect of the crus cerebri, we can see the fourth cranial nerve, that is the trochlear nerve, and the gap between the crus cerebri is called as interpeduncular fossa, and within the floor of the interpeduncular fossa we can appreciate some dots which makes the posterior perforated substance. So posterior perforated substance, and we can also appreciate the mammillary bodies which are the parts of hypothalamus and tuber cinereum continuing as the stalk of the pituitary gland. So crus cerebri is the ventral side of the midbrain which we can appreciate in this image, and crus cerebri is crossed by superior cerebellar arteries, posterior cerebral artery, and medially we can see the emergence of third cranial nerve, and from the lateral aspect we can appreciate the fourth or trochlear nerve. Now let us understand the dorsal features of the midbrain. So dorsally, the midbrain is appreciated by these four rounded elevations. So four rounded elevations together called as corpora quadrigemina. Upper two elevations are called as superior colliculi. And lower two elevations are called as inferior colliculi. So we can see the midbrain is quite short and a small structure of brainstem where length, width and height of the midbrain is approximately 2.5 centimeters, and having dorsally two superior and two inferior colliculi, and superior colliculi are concerned with vision, where superior colliculi continues to form a tract called as superior brachium, which ends up in the lateral geniculate body of thalamus, metathalamus, and which forms a part of optic pathway